Hey Vikings, I'm Fatima. Did you know the scientists have created a material 5 times lighter than steel yet 4 times stronger? Researchers have made this material with unusually DNA and glass. Quote, for the given density, our material is the strongest known, unquote, according to Seok-woo Lee of the University of Connecticut. Some metals like titanium are stronger and lighter than iron. Certain alloys are even stronger, allowing for lightweight body armor, even better medical devices, and safer, faster cars and airplanes. Metallurgical techniques have reached a limit in recent years until nanomaterials unleashed creative opportunities. According to UCONN News, it is very difficult to create a large piece of glass without flaws, but the researchers knew how to make very small, flawless pieces. As long as glass is less than a micrometer thick, it's almost always perfect. And since the density of glass is much lower than metals and ceramics, any structure made of flawless nano-sized glass should be strong and lightweight. Well, that was interesting. Have a great weekend, LESHER Vikings.
Hey Vikings, I'm Mason. I'm sure by now most of you know about the Maui wildfires, and according to the Good News Network, this 5-year-old boy from Seattle decided to sell ice-cold lemonades and raise over $17,000 to aid those who were victims of the fires. Having recently returned from a family vacation on the Big Island, Amy Jewell and her husband were watching the devastation of the Lahaina wildfires on television when their son Edison asked them to turn it off because it was too sad. Edison immediately wanted to help and suggested setting up a lemonade stand like he saw once in Colorado. Amy and Edison's father thought it was a great idea, and so he stocked up on pink and yellow lemonade, ice cream sandwiches, candy, sparkling water, and popsicles. Many people supported the little boy and his mini business and paid him 5, 10, or 20 bills, even though a cup was only $1. After a week's worth of sales, Edison and his mother sent the money they made to Lahaina. I hope you enjoyed this story. Have a great weekend, Vikings.
Hey Vikings, have you heard about the recent hurricane? Recently, a Category 4 hurricane called Idalia hit the Sunshine State of Florida, causing massive damage. Hurricane Idalia has caused dangerous flooding in Florida, is able to knock over an entire gas station due to its extreme conditions. There are many bridges connecting Florida islands to the mainland that are now inaccessible due to the hurricane. The hurricane will also cost a lot of money to come back from, especially all the houses and cars that need to be repaired or replaced. As people probably expected, many flights were canceled and delayed due to the hurricane. Hurricane Idalia has caused roughly 290,000 homes and businesses to have no internet at the time of 3 p.m. Eastern Time. There were at least 28 counties that had to evacuate because of the hurricane. 50 school districts shut down, and so did dozens of colleges and universities. That's all I have for you now. Bye, Vikings.
Hey LESHER Vikings and Bike Queens, I'm Avery.
And I'm North.
As you probably heard, the new Barbie movie just recently got released.
Some of the highlights of the movie were obviously the Mojo Dojo Castle House,
The Ken fighting scene.
Oh, and Alan just being Alan.
And the I'm Just Ken song. Thank you for that magnificent demonstration, Norris.
That was beautiful. Now we're going to tell you some facts about the movie that you may or may not have heard.
So basically, a game of Did You Know?
Yeah, exactly. Did you know that it cost $145 million to make the masterpiece to come to life? Did you know that the profit they made in return was around $1.28 billion?
Holy cow, that's a lot of money. Speaking of money, did you know that Margot Robbie, and Ryan Gosling got paid the same amount of money for the film? $12.5 million.
There's a lot of controversy against this movie, so let us know what you think.
That's all for now.
Have a great weekend, LESHER Vikings.
Hey, LESHER Vikings. Have you ever had the urge to just hit your child on the head with an egg? Me neither. Well, that's exactly what's happening. A TikTok trend going around has parents cracking eggs on their toddlers' heads. TikTok's latest trend, parents cracking an egg on a young child's head, has been criticized by medical experts over the potential damage it could do. The parent takes a raw egg and tells the child they're going to crack it, but instead of doing so in a pan or a bowl, they crack it on the child's head before pouring the egg into a bowl or a pan. The phenomenon has gone viral, despite it causing some of the children to cry or leaving them looking upset and stunned. In some instances, the child throws an egg back at the parent. By Tuesday, videos using the hashtag had more than 670 million views, according to NBC. And some of them were clocking up as many as 6 million views each. However, medical experts have warned that the prank could have side effects, including bruising on the head or spreading germs. Dr. Megan Martin, a pediatric emergency medical consultant at Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital in Florida, who has 1.3 million followers on TikTok herself, said, "I was not a big fan of this at all. This is not something that benefits kids in any way, and I honestly don't find it entertaining. We're literally smacking salmonella on their foreheads." Amanda Mathers, a pediatric occupational therapist who tried the prank out on herself, said, "It was hard to crack that egg on my head and my fully developed skull. And I almost felt a shock of tears behind my eyes just trying to slam that egg into my head." But Rebecca Berger Kaplan, clinical director of Child, Adolescent, and Family Services at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York, said a one-off experience such as the egg prank is unlikely to have long-term ramifications. Have a great weekend, Lesher Vikings. And if there are any parents watching, you should try it.
Hey Vikings, hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today I have a segment for all my Swifties out there. Taylor Swift just announced she's having a filmed version of her latest tour, the Eras Tour. This will be premiering October 13th, 2023. This is great for fans who weren't able to get tickets. Each ticket costs around $20. They're selling out fast, so I would definitely recommend hopping on. A couple rules that theaters haven't stated is that you're not allowed to scream. And by scream, I mean just blare it out. You can sing the words, but no screaming. This is going to fill up quick, so I definitely recommend getting tickets if you want to experience this. That's all, Vikings. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Hey Lesher Vikings and Bike Queens, did you guys know that there was a competition about the ugliest dog? Well, there is. In Petaluma, California, on June 23rd, 2023, the world's ugliest dog was crowned for winner of the competition. The dog that won was a 7-year-old hairless Chinese crested pup named Scooter. Adopted by Linda Clisette Elmquist, Scooter has quite the story. Scooter was born with deformed back legs and his joints and legs are backwards. When he was born, a breeder turned him into animal control in Tucson for euthanasia. He was fortunately saved by the Savings Animals from Euthanasia Rescue Group. A man in the group first adopted Scooter and kept him for about 7 years. During that time, Elmquist had checked on Scooter and taken him to medical appointments. After the man was unable to continue caring for Scooter, Elmquist adopted him and has had him for 7 months. Would you ever have a hairless dog? Well, that's all for today, Lesher Vikings. Have a great weekend.
Hi guys, Camden here. Today on Combat Chronicles, we have two extremely powerful beings. Bill Cipher, the insane pyramid demon from Gravity Falls, and Flowey, the reincarnation of Azrael from Undertale. It's my time to analyze their weapons, experience, and skills to figure out who would win in a fight to the end. Let's start with Pyramid Satan himself, Bill Cipher. When he was a kid, he lived a peaceful, happy life. Not simply because he was bored, he destroyed his own universe, yes, including his parents. After that, he moved on to the Nightmare Realm, a realm that's, you guessed it, filled with nightmarish creatures that he rules over. However, the Nightmare Realm came with one fatal flaw. It just wasn't stable enough. So, he made himself a goal, to merge the Nightmare Realm with ours, and he almost got it done. In scale of power, he's got to be at least multi-universal. He can rip holes in space and time, tell the future, turn inanimate objects into living things, turn people into statues, and also turn people into banners. He can also speak backward, twist and turn himself into unrecognizable forms, and create an entire fortress just by spawning it in. Besides destroying universes, he also created a few universes, such as the Nightmare Realm and Mabel's Realm. Even if he managed to destroy his physical body, he can just regenerate his body. Heck, he can even regenerate his soul. This guy has been a madman for 1 trillion years, and when I say don't mess with him, I mean it. Now, let's go to everyone's favorite flower from the underground, Flowey. A long time ago, there lived a family of royal goat people. The mother, Toriel, the father, Asgore, and the kid, Asriel. Along the way, Human fell into the underground and joined the family. But it wasn't meant to last. A bit later, the human fell fatally ill, and nothing in the underground could save him. He died, but his last wish was to lie on his village's flower bed. So the human's brother and best friend, Asriel, absorbed his soul and went up to the above ground to place his body on the flowers, but died in the process due to humans attacking him. Asriel then, through the test of Dr. Alphys, turned into Flowey. Flowey is, in his base form at least, not the strongest, but on top of teleporting, he can attack the soul directly, and by absorbing the power of the 6 human souls, he turns into Photoshop Flowey, with this horrendous laugh. Photoshop Flowey has the ability to manipulate save states, basically the ability to alter, change, create, or completely destroy universes, on top of being able to target an opponent's soul directly. Now, if you thought he wasn't powerful enough, he also has a second form which requires all 6 human souls and all the monster souls called Asriel Dreamer, which gives him 2 giant swords. Now, who would win? The answer is Bill Cipher. I'm gonna be honest, this was a hard decision. Both of these characters are other dimensional beings powerful enough to destroy entire universes, but this is where Bill pulls ahead. While Flowey in his most powerful form can delete and manipulate universes, Bill can delete and manipulate entire realms. So, Bill takes the cake. Before this segment can end, I have something to tell you. At the end of the year, I'm gonna do a fight between 2 characters that you guys created. That's right, using the link on screen, you can not only vote for the next battle, but also give me a character you've created to have it potentially in the final episode of Combat Chronicles. Will your character come up on top? Enter and find out. That's all for now. Peace.
Hi, Lesher Vikings. Here's a really weird festival called La Tomatina, which is located in Spain. Not a fan of tomatoes? Then it would be best to steer clear of Bunol, Spain in late August. That's because every year, on the last Wednesday of August, the charming town of just 10,000 residents becomes center stage for La Tomatina, the world's largest food fight. As the name suggests, the exciting event involves lots of tomatoes. The origins of this beloved festival, which took place on August 30th of this year, are murky. Some credit it to a group of teenagers who were barred from participating in a local parade. The opposite youngsters disrupted the march by pelting participants with tomatoes from nearby produce vendors. Others believe the festival began after disgruntled residents threw tomatoes at city officials during a town celebration. The food fight was so much fun that locals began to reenact it annually. And in 1957, La Tomatina became an official event, complete with rules and regulations. Today, it is one of Spain's most popular festivals, second only to the running of the bulls. In Pamplona, despite the ever-growing crowds, the festival was free and accessible to anyone who wished to attend. However, that changed after 2012, when over 50,000 people descended upon the small town. Since then, officials have allowed a maximum of 20,000 attendees. They also started charging €10, $10.17 per person to help cover the rising costs. The hour-long tomato throwing event remains the centerpiece of the festival. However, the celebrations last almost the entire week. Visitors are treated to colorful parades, dancing, and even fireworks. The night before the food fight, the streets are lined with vendors making giant pans of delicious paella on wood-burning fires. Visitors and locals alike gather to enjoy the party late into the night. On festival day, local businesses local business owners scrambled to shutter their shops and cover their storefronts with tarps. Because at 10 a.m. local time, participants flocked to the town's plaza mayor for the opening ceremony. The festival begins with a brave volunteer climbing a 2-story greased pole to pluck the Spanish ham that lies atop. The rules state that the food fight can only start once the chunk of meat is retrieved. However, the easygoing officials treat any genuine attempt to sound the horn and get the party started within minutes. Volunteers aboard 5 trucks begin to toss about 120 tons of overripe tomatoes into the hands of the eagerly awaiting crowd. The festival does not end until every last tomato has been turned to pulp. The hour-long tomato flight used up an estimate of 145,000 kilograms of tomatoes in 2015. And partygoers cleaned up using the impromptu hose showers set up by the locals or taking a dip in the nearby Bunel River. After an hour of free-for-all tomato tossing, trucks spray down the streets, and many participants wash themselves in the pool of Los Panones. They then enjoy a tasty Spanish meal and a well-deserved siesta. Have a great weekend, Lesher Vikings. Adios.
Hey, Lesher Vikings and Vi Queens. I'm Avery. This is an episode of Interesting Facts, where I tell you 10 random facts that you may not have heard of. Number 1, Australia is wider than the moon. Number 2, the Eiffel Tower expands in the summer. Number 3, only 4 words end in dos. Number 4, a shrimp's heart is in its head. Number 5, McDonald's serves spaghetti in the Philippines. Number 6, the Statue of Liberty was once a lighthouse. Number 7, Mickey and Minnie Mouse's voices got married in real life. Number 8, the letter J was the last added to the alphabet. And number 9, there are more than 200 Kit Kat flavors in Japan. And finally, number 10, May 29th is officially Put a Pillow on Your Fridge Day. Anyway, thanks for listening to my weird facts. Have a great weekend, Lesher Vikings.
Hey, Lesher Vikings, I'm Fatima.
And I'm Mason. We hope you had a great summer break.
Anyways, we're here with the Crunchyroll 2023 Anime Awards list.
To start off, the anime of the year goes to Cyberpunk Edgerunners.
Nominees were Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, Final Season Part 2, Licorice Recoil, Ranking of the Kings, Core 2, and Spy Family.
The winner of the Best Original Anime is Licorice Recoil.
The winner for the Best Anime Character Design is Akira Matsushima, the Demon Slayer animator.
The winner for the Best Animation by far goes to Demon Slayer.
The Best New Anime Series is Spy Family. The winner of the Best Continuing Anime is One Piece.
The Best Anime Opening Sequence is The Rumbling from Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2.
The winner for the Best Anime Ending Sequence is Comedy from Spy Family.
The Best Anime Score goes to Attack on Titan.
The winner of the Best Anime Film is Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Nominees include Bell, Dragon Ball, Superhero, One Piece Film Red, Inuo, and The Deer King.
The Best Anime Song also goes to The Rumbling from Attack on Titan.
The Best Anime Director is Haruo Sochozaki from Demon Slayer.
The Best Anime Main Character is Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan.
The Best Supporting Anime Character is Anya Forger from Spy Family. The Best Must Protect at All Characters at all costs anime character also goes to Anya Forger from Spy Family.
The Best Action Anime is Demon Slayer.
The Best Comedy Anime is Spy Family.
The Best Drama Anime is Attack on Titan.
The Best Fantasy Anime is Demon Slayer.
The Best Romance Anime is Kaguya-sama, Love is War Ultra Romantic.
The Best Voice Acting Performance in Japanese goes to Yuki Kaji, who voices Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan.
The Best Voice Acting Performance in English goes to Zach Aguilar, who voices David Martinez from Cyberpunk Edgerunners.
Well, that was a lot of awards to go through, but thanks for watching. I hope you liked this segment, and have a great weekend.
Hey, Lesher Vikings, I'm KLIB Bravo with your brand new bi-weekly Top 8s, where I share 8 interesting facts about today's national holiday. Today is National German American Day, so here are 8 cool facts about German-speaking countries. Starting with number 8. Many popular names originate from the German language, including Finn, Matteo, Hannah, and Emma. Number 7. You've probably heard of Red Bull. Well, you wouldn't believe me when I told you that Austria, a neighboring country to Germany, is the home of this widely popular drink. Number 6. The biggest ice cave in the world, called the Eisriesenwelt, is also located in Austria and runs for 26 miles. Number 5. Some sports car brands like Porsche, Audi, and BMW were founded in Germany. Speaking of cars, a highway in Germany called the Autobahn is one of the only highways in the world with no speed limit. Despite that fact, there's actually a lower accident rate there than the US. Number 3. The train is dubbed the most common mode of transportation in Germany and nearby countries. Children also ride free, so it's a budget and family-friendly option in Germany. Number 2. The Swiss Alps are known for being very majestic, and the second tallest mountain in the Alps, the Monte Rosa, is located in Switzerland. And finally, number 1. Rolex watches, known for being some of the fanciest watches in the market, are mainly manufactured in Switzerland. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this segment and have a great weekend, Vikings.
No. God, no! That's fine.
Are you sure going to a restaurant is the best way to get info?
Oh, come on. You've seen every Western movie. They walk in, get info, and get out.
But this isn't a bar. This is a school cafeteria.
I know that. This is just the second best option. One water, please.
What do you want?
Not much, just looking for info. I'm Vita.
CG. What info are you looking for exactly?
I'm looking for info on something called
The Megabug. Well, I can't talk about that here, so why don't you come to my place for the night?
Sure.
Firstly, why did you knock me out? And secondly, I still need the info you have, and I'm losing my patience.
Look, Beta, I know what you're trying to do, and you're not going to be able to do that. This job is going to be more than just your average job.
Why?
You'll have to face me. Wow. This will be fun.
Hey LESHER Vikings, I'm Logan, and today we aren't doing worst ways to die, we're doing worst torture methods. Number 1, the Brazen Bull. The interesting piece of history about the Brazen Bull, also known as the Bull of Phalaris, is that the torture method inventor was its first victim. The bull was a gift to King Phalaris, who enjoyed torturing his enemies. As soon as he received it, the king wanted to play with his new toy, and told Perlaus, get inside. A fire was lit, and it indeed worked as intended. The pipes on the bull's nostrils turned the screams of the victim into music. The king let Perlaus out when he was almost dead, but not because of mercy. He didn't want to dirty it. Perlaus was then thrown off a cliff for his services. So basically, they would be stuffed inside a fire. And a fire would be lit beneath it. So the person would burn to death. 2, one of the worst ways to die, tickling. People would be strapped to a bed with their feet sticking out, and feathers would be placed at their feet. They would be tickled by the feathers for hours when they eventually would die from exhaustion. The last one isn't actually a torture method, it's just something that was really gross that I wanted to share. King Henry VIII was really fat, and he got placed in a really small coffin. And after a month or so of being in that coffin, he exploded because he was scrunched into a small space. Have a great weekend.
Hey, LESHER Vikings, I'm KLIB Bravo.
And I'm North. You may have seen flyers around the school regarding our brand new trivia tournament.
Well, the tournament matchups have been made, and we are officially kicking off the tournament. This first game will test our contestants' knowledge on all things Colorado.
But wait, who are our contestants?
Our contestants are Marco L., Maya L., and Evan H.
Let's get this trivia started.
When was Colorado admitted to the U.S.? A. 1876, B. 1877, C. 1846, or D. 1901?
We learned this in like third grade.
I know.
Yeah, that's what's bothering me about this.
Can I answer last?
No.
I think I know it, so they're just gonna copy me.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we
you-
A.
Hey.
1846, whatever that one was.
Everyone except Evan was correct. The correct answer.
I know, I actually thought it was
The correct answer
A.
was 1876. What is the approximate population of Colorado? Is it A, 7.4 million, B, 4.5 million, C, 5.7 million, or D, 5.5 million?
B.
Can you repeat them?
7.4 million, 4.5 million, 5.7 million, or 5.5 million?
5.5.
5.5.
You all were incorrect. The correct answer was 5.7
I was gonna say that.
It's Marco's cast.
Well, yeah, of course you were, but you didn't.
What is the tallest mountain in Colorado? Pikes Peak, Longs Peak, the Maroon Bells, that's a new one, or Mount Elbert?
Mount Albert. Albert? How do you say that name?
Long's Peak, I don't know.
Mount Albert.
Everyone except Evan again was.
Yeah! Okay.
I don't know these questions.
Ask,
How
because I think
tall
I
is
know.
Mount Albert? 14,400, 14,200, 14,440, or 14,220 feet?
How are we supposed to know this?
Say an answer.
440.
I'm answering last.
C.
A, B, C, or D?
C.
14,440.
C.
C.
You all are correct.
Yeah!
Alright.
How do you? I actually said that before you, so I technically.
You guys better be keeping
No, but
track of
Evans.
which place is not in Colorado? Mesa Verde, the Grand Canyon, the Great Sand Dunes, or the Four Corners?
What?
Wait, is not in Colorado?
Yes.
Not
The
in
Grand
Colorado.
Canyon.
The Grand Canyon.
The Grand Canyon.
Okay.
Dude, even I know that.
Congratulations to the winners.
Quick note, if you are interested in participating in the trivia tournament, then please find flyers in the halls with the QR code to get placed on the bracket.
All people are accepted. And as always, have a great weekend, Lesher Vikings.
Hi Vikings! For Lesher Middle School, fall is writing contest season. There are two, our school-wide scary story contest and the district-wide essay contest. First, let's talk about the essay contest. For the 13th year, the organization Fort Collins Reads is sponsoring a district-wide essay contest. District-wide means you will be competing against high schoolers, but don't let that stop you from entering. In fact, last year, 3 of the 7 winners were 6th graders from our school. This year, the theme is Passion, in honor of visiting author and classical violinist Brendan Slocum. In his book, The Violin Conspiracy, the main character is pursuing a passion to be a concert violinist. Write an essay about one of your passions. What are your obstacles and what are you learning while pursuing it? Essays should be around 500 words. Just a tip, there is a word counter under Tools in Google Docs. You do not have to hand count it. Essays are due Monday, October 16th. When you are ready to submit, talk to your English teacher. Winners will be given tickets to an author event on November 5th, a gift card to Old Firehouse Books, and a writing journal. Contact Nick Peterson from PSD at npeterson@psdschools.org or Marty Marsh from Fort Collins Reads at martymmarsh13@gmail.com with questions. For over 30 years, our school has also been running a scary story contest. Stories can be creepy or funny, but they must be 500 to 700 words. They must be typed and include your name, grade, and teacher. Turn them into your ELO teacher by Monday, October 23rd. Stories must also be school appropriate. If you wouldn't want Mr. Kotnick, your little sibling/cousins, or your guardian to read it, it probably doesn't meet that requirement. The judges will be retired LESHER teachers Mrs. March, Mrs. Smith, and Mrs. Steinbach, who started the contest, and of course there will be prizes. All the information for both contests can be found on the flyers sent out in the September 1st community newsletter. That's all for today, LESHER Vikings, and remember to get writing. Hi Vikings, did you know that our 7th and 8th choirs will be giving a fall concert next Tuesday, October 10th? The 6th grade choir will not be performing, but they are welcome to come with their parents to see what the concert looks like. I would definitely recommend it. Might ease your nerves for December. You may also come out to support your friends in the choir. The concert is free to attend, but it will be ending after dark, so you may want to come with your parents. Singers, make sure you have your uniforms. It is all black for all grades this year. Remember, no white shoe soles, no perfume or cologne, but please wear deodorant. No big shirt logos or thick necklaces, no shiny headbands or clips, no ripped jeans, no sweatpants, no shorts, and no leggings. Shirts must have sleeves and cover your shoulders and stomach. Skirts must be floor length. Thin necklaces are fine as long as you tuck them in your shirt, as well as dull headbands the same color as your hair, non-ripped black jeans, and small logos. Your hair must be away from your face. You do not need to wear makeup, but if you do, keep it natural. You need to be punctual and try to arrive about half an hour before the concert. There will be absolutely no food, gum, or shenanigans on stage. And have your music well memorized. That's all for today, Vikings, and break a leg, choir students, not literally.